Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Dale Carnegie. Everyone at one point or the other experiences failures and discouragement in life. But how they choose to react to these events is what shapes their paths to becoming successful individuals. The fact that failure is an essential part of success should encourage you to turn your failures into successes by teaching you how to see discouragement and failure as necessary parts of your journey towards ascendancy. Visualizing failure in life as a stepping stone instead of a medieval wall can help you overcome the fear it brings. Thinking this way can help you view your failures more holistically instead of approaching them as an immovable wall. This mindset will help you recognize that with each failure comes an opportunity for growth and achievement. When viewed in this light, failures become a part of the success journey rather than an obstacle to it. When we make mistakes, we gain valuable experience that can help open the doors of opportunity. Life is filled with both successes and failures, and it is normal for every person to experience both. Realistically, some of the greatest lessons you will ever learn in life will come from your failures, as failure teaches more than success does. Failure can be a great teacher and teach us things that can never be learned from success. Often viewed as a negative thing, failure has the capability to propel one forward beyond their wildest imagination. Rather than discouragement, the simple possibility of failure should encourage you to use your fear of failing as an inevitable teacher that guides you into becoming a better, stronger, and more determined individual. Failure is like a stepping stone or ladder that provides an individual with experience and the possibility of becoming a better version of themselves. There have been too many real-life instances where greater heights of success were only possible with failures in the first place. Instead of getting disheartened by failure, one should take away the positives and learnings and strive for more, ensuring not to repeat the same mistakes. When handled right, discouragement can serve as a means to motivate and encourage one towards achieving even greater success. We may be discouraged by our failures, but it doesn't mean that it is the end of our journey. Failures are rather a guide showing where to appropriately direct and focus one's efforts in order to accomplish future success. Climbing the ladder of success is an enormous task, and don't let fear stop you from attaining your full potential. Like death, failing is inevitable. No one can be successful all the time, yet some people fear failure and prefer to not try something new than fail at it. Fear is an obstacle that must be overcome, but it should never stop you from starting anything or ever stop you from finishing what you started. Instead of becoming discouraged at any given encounter with failure or its possibility thereof, muster your inner strength and courage to take another step forward and eventually overcome your fears. By embracing failure and learning from it, we take our first steps toward becoming successful no matter our current situations, circumstances or setbacks. So next time when you experience disappointment or feel like giving up, don't forget that discouragement and failure are here for you to use as equipment and instruments for consummating success, by helping us grow and learn along the way. Always remember that no great goal can be accomplished without adversity or disappointments. We need to build our strength through learning from our mistakes, overcoming fear therewith, pushing ourselves towards challenging goals, and remaining motivated and inspired at all times. We all know how hard it is after a failure to get back up and keep going. Yet it is even harder to come back from a defeat than failure. Anyone can eventually experience positive results from their hard work, if they take the opportunity to learn from their mistakes and actually put the lessons learned into action. This mindset should serve and guide you as a source of inspiration and motivation in difficult times when you are dealing with failures as well as feeling discouraged. With the right attitude, you can overcome anything and make progress on your path to success. True success comes out of learning from our failures. Successful people learn from their mistakes and take responsibility for them. Because they understand failure is inevitable and a stepping stone to success, they first learn to take absolute ownership of their failures, eliminating the fear factor from the equation of success. Taking ownership of your failures helps you stay accountable for your actions. Accepting responsibility and taking ownership of one's failures is essential to keeping those at the wheel in check, as well as it is also imperative for future and continuous growth. Realizing that the only way forward is through tackling tough challenges encourages us to accept each opportunity with courage even when there are risks involved. With this mindset, anything is possible if we keep learning from situations and developing success from failures. The only opposing force standing between you and accomplishing your goals in life is failure. All failures are indeed not born equal, as their magnitude and impacts greatly vary. Notwithstanding the size of their thrust or after effect, their objectives remain the same across the board: lessons learned. Every time you overcome failure, You emerge more knowledgeable and experienced than you were prior to the encounter, which is exactly why failure is nothing short of an opportunity to learn and improve. Failure can be incredibly daunting. It can generate fear instead of motivation. Do not succumb to fear. In order for us to take risks and strive for greater success, we need to synchronically unclip our wings of courage and deflate our wheels of fear. We all have different reasons why we fear failure, but ultimately, if we courageously snatch our courage back with both hands, then it will lead us to reclaiming our successes in due time. We can develop aspirations by learning from both positive and negative experiences, break out of our comfort zones, seek inspiration where needed, and motivate ourselves when things don't go right. Some of the most renowned successes have been born from colossal failures, and regular people just like you throughout the world are proving these possibilities every day and night. We may face setbacks here and there, but with courage and perseverance, we can turn our failures into successes. Fear is an illusion, a negative state of mind, and man's own worst imaginary creation. Amongst the wide variety of elements within man's emotional capital, fear, like discouragement, is very self-destructive. It can ruin man's pursuit to achieving his desired goals. It is almost impossible for you to successfully tackle your fears without first seeking to fully understand yourself and how your emotions affect you and impact your decision-making. Because the human emotional capital is primarily psychological, maintaining self-control and self-confidence, as well as stabilizing other personal mental-related aspects, can be paramount in winning one's deeper mental struggles. Facing one's fears head-on is a significant step forward in developing strength of character that is needed every step of the way in man's pursuit for higher heights or in times of vulnerabilities. As you fully mature in your understanding of emotions, you start looking beyond just controlling your fears to using that control to catalyze growth in times when danger or uncertainty looms large. During this process, you can learn how to turn a paralyzing emotion into one that can actually work in your favor towards your personal growth and development. By diving deeper into your mental struggle with fear, you can learn more about yourself and work towards becoming better equipped in tackling it. With knowledge comes power, with practice comes control, with power comes freedom, and with control comes dominion. In man's search for success, fear itself is never an event. It is predominantly the imaginary anticipated outcome of either a would-be event or an actual event's result or a lack thereof. You never fear the outcome of fear itself, but the outcome of an endeavor. Whether you are successful or a failure is heavily dependent on a combination of your human knowledge capital and your financial capital to a varying degree, but your fear is chiefly based on your human emotional capital. Successful people in their mindset understand that human knowledge and financial capitals bring power, which brings freedom from fear, because their ceaseless practice and utilization of knowledge progresses into experience and treasured mastery that commands control over their endeavors. And because they maintain control of their fate, if they don't get the desired outcome, the process of practicing continues until the right results are achieved, which buttresses control into dominion. Failure or defeat are outcomes and they present learning opportunities. Practice is continuous until the desired outcome is reached, which is why fear is not present in this equation. Dominion and freedom individually and collectively triumph over fear and its allies, through control and power sourced from practice and knowledge respectively. Neither discouragement from fear nor failure from lack of success should ever obstruct you from always having your sights on your goals or rob you from actually realizing your goals successfully.